Alright, this is How Heavy Thinks, episode 2. This is a fight where I'm basically fighting alone, and I'm going to walk through my thought process as I'm going along. So usually when I get to a fight, I check the scoreboard like that to see who's there. I was just checking my ping, because the ping was really inconsistent this time. This is a bad fight to take. I was really confident that I could win this because it's the beginning of the session, but generally you don't want to take fights like this where you're way out in the open and this guy's got a head glitch. He should win that 100% of the time. But I'm going to jump up on this boxes to try to get an angle on this guy. And I messed up my pre-aim a little bit here. I think I could have killed him if I aimed a little bit lower, but I didn't, and that's okay. So you need to be aware on these fights, because this first guy I killed on the railing, now he's going to be coming back, so I see him on the right side there. So I'm just going to fall back. I have no ammo. I don't want to challenge it with no health and an underboss, so I'm just going to run all the way around. Now, it's important to pay attention to your map here, because you can see both of these players know where I am. So that means I was spotted. So I'm just going to sit in this corner and wait for them to push into a bad position. So you see this guy's swinging, that guy's staying on the boxes. I don't really play this base much, so I don't know exactly where to pre-aim. So that's why you see the boxes get pre-fired here. But simple adjustment, I'm able to get that kill. And I see Wayside Toast just walk around the boxes and I don't even need to stop firing, and he'll just walk in. Important to pay attention to your map again too. I see this guy coming up in the corner and I'm able to pre-aim it and pre-fire it, and that's going to get me the kill. That's just raw mechanical aim, and he whiffed really hard there. So I also paid attention to that Desi that came in. So I'm just going to look for one more on point, and I see them. I'm able to shoot him in the back. Now, I don't really care about point as much as I care about killing them, because the point, if I kill them, they cannot take the point back. So thankfully I have this guy who spotted, or I have this friendly who spotted this this guy coming through. So I'm going to get an easy kill on him. But I wasn't expecting this guy, and I trade out with him. So it's back to the respawn screen. Since that flank to the left worked, I'm going to try alt teleporter now, since they're probably watching the main teleporter, since there's no one else to contest them. So I'm jumping across and making sure that I'm not getting spotted at all, because they're fighting this guy on the bridge, and I want to make sure that I was safe to do this flank, because once they figure out I'm here, then my flank is useless. I'm going to post up on this right angle, and in the moment I could hear him walking across this bridge, because I knew he killed my friendly over on this bridge. So I know he's going to come back after I showed up on the minimap. So I'm waiting for him, and there he is. And whiffed a couple shots, but got the kill. I heard the info cloak, but that was just my friendly. I spent way too much time in this little hallway here. I get pushed by just about their entire team. Now I want to break this down. So the nade comes in, which just forces me out of position. They're likely going to push off of this, so I'm going to aggressively peek them. But it's Megatron and she has her Desi out, so I don't want to get one hit. So I'm going to make sure to turn on my overshield and try to run around the corner as quickly as possible. And I barely live that. It barely misses, and I'm able to clean up all these guys. Now here, I wanted to go for a medkit because I'm very low on health, but I have the overshield and a little bit of health just for me to be alive, and I think that's enough, because with this guy peeking, and if I medkit here, then I would have been dead super easy. So I had to challenge this with the underboss and try to get the quick knife off, and it worked out, but I just spent way too much time in that stairway there, and I just get pushed by 2 more people, which I couldn't have contested. Now that they know alt spawn is hot because this other teammate showed himself there, I can't push it from that angle. And then, so I'm gonna go through this bridge. At this base, you'll see I want to go in here. That's my natural reaction. But it's so easy for them to sit up in the doorway or on the 2nd floor or behind some boxes down here. There's so many angles that I have to contest or worry about as I'm walking up. And they have plenty of time to hide everywhere on this map because there's 75% and it's just me and this other guy trying to clear out places. So I'm going to decide to go over on these stairs instead, which is a much safer angle. And I'm going to catch one outside, except for I whiff a lot. And I'm going to clear this just to make sure no one's on the stairs that's going to push me. And I get a little greedy here and overconfident and end up dying because of it. And that happens. Just got to give more respect to the players you're fighting. Now, I don't have many routes left to push at this base. I know the bridge I've used this flank all the way around. So my only options left are this big open field, which you usually do not want to walk through. And it works out here because I haven't done it before. You'll see next time I try this, I just get blasted on the way across the road, but I'm able to get across safely. And this is why spots are important, because I can just spot that guy and watch him on the map, and I can see exactly when he's going to push me, and I'm able to peek out. I heard the spot and the Desi. Desi's to my left, and I hear the spot too. So I'm able to, I know Megatron's going to be there, and that's an easy kill when she's out of position. Push that guy with the forward grip and hip fire. And I'm just going to be able to clean up here. Thankfully, my teammate gives me some help. And clean up that guy on the railing as well. And that's another reason you need to be careful of your overshields. This guy would have won this easily if he had his overshields on, because I was out of ammo and everything. There was nothing left I could do besides Desi. But I don't really play like that. So he pays the price for not turning on his overshield and gives us the upper hand. So I'm gonna move on to point here. Now, when they're staggered like this, you want to narrow it down. You want to narrow down the odds as much as you can, because right now it's like a 2v6, 2v7. So if I can make that a 2v5, that's going to be advantageous for me and my teammate. So I'm going to try to peek spawn, but I end up whiffing super hard, and it happens. You just got to be more consistent next time. So this was the part I was talking about. I've used up all my flanks and everything, so I'm going to try to walk across the road again, but he's aware of that, and I barely lose that. Now,
they pulled a Max.
If you can hear it, you can hear a Max firing right now.
They pulled a Max.
Why they would pull a Max with 20 seconds left and 67% pop, I have no idea. But I'm just going to hold this with a Desi, but that gives Megatron an easy shot on me. So that could have been played better by me. So, fight's lost. I'm just going to try to live as much as possible and pick up any kills. Admittedly, I walked out too far here, and I should have peeked the corner way back here by the door, but instead I walked forward and end up having to run back that little run back to the door, you'd be surprised how many times you die because of this little run. So if you're going to peek something, peek close to cover or where you can just run straight there. And I'm just going to try to hold this chevron. I know there's a max, so I'm going to hold out my Desi, but there's this new guy who shows up and he can aim, so I lose a lot of HP and I whiff my underboss too. So yeah, that's my thoughts during this fight. That's how you kind of play solo, and you play smart with lots of flanks. And I hope this helped, and good luck.